What's up, guys? This is Topher, and joining me today is...
Colorful Cube.
Yeah, we're doing our subscriber interview. We're bringing this thing back, and for those of you who don't know, what we do is we interview a subscriber, and then whoever is the best supporter of that channel and my channel over the course of the next week will be put into the mix to be the next week's subscriber interview. So this is pretty interesting thing. It gives us a chance to support our subscribers who are doing cool stuff. And today we have somebody who is doing just that, and that is my friend Cube. So welcome. I'm glad we're doing this. I know.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're actually one of my favorite YouTubers. And you know, I don't look at like views or anything like that, but I just find your videos to be like really, really super interesting. And that's because you're really doing this great series called Completionist? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Completionist.
And I know you do this in every video, but why don't you explain to our subscribers what the thing of Completionist is?
Alright, well, basically, it's a series on YouTube where I aim to complete the multiplayer experience, so that means like unlocking every single gun, and then unlocking every battle pack item for that gun, so you have every single attachment, and then also completing all the assignments in the game, which I have done, and then just getting like one of every medal and ribbon. So it's quite hard, but it's fun, challenging.
What are the assignments that you're dreading doing that you still have left, or have you done the difficult ones already?
I've done all the assignments.
Oh, okay, asshole. Asshole. Did you have to boost any of them, or did you get them legit?
I don't know whether this counts as boosting, but the knife ones, I went into a knife-only lobby for them, because I don't really feel like running around in a normal lobby knifing, because there are some assholes on this game.
Yeah, there really are. I don't think that's boosting at all. I would the one where you have to get the 10 kills and then land on the tower. How did you end up doing that?
I actually did that straight away, as soon as the assignment came out. I did like all of them together, where you had to like sit on the tower on Caspian. Wait, no, not Caspian. Firestorm, and get sniper kills from it. I kind of did it all in one, and it wasn't really that hard for some reason. But like everybody was trying to do it in the lobby because it just came out, so it made it pretty easy.
Yeah,
everyone's just charging the tower. It's like 3 kills, thank you.
Yeah, I got the goal unlocked the very first day, and I'm not a good sniper. And I've tried to help like Ruckus, and I've tried to help a couple other people where like Ruckus came over and I actually played as him, and I couldn't do it. And so I don't know, like sometimes there's like this perfect like synchronization of everything that happens in the world, and that you can do it, and then for whatever reason you can't do it afterwards. And I cannot do that 10 kill streak and land on the tower for whatever reason. I've landed on the tower and I couldn't do it. I've gotten 10 kill streaks and I've fucked up the tower. I just can't do it. And it's really frustrating.
There was the assignment, the way it was described, it's really weird because you have to do it all in one game, and it doesn't actually explain it properly. But I think what you actually just have to do, you have to land on the tower, then get a 10 kill streak, and then not die for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
I think that's how you do it. That's how I did it anyway.
You just go hide, or did you continue to play?
Yeah, no, I hid for my fucking life, dude. I was not risking that shit. Yeah. Land on the fucking tower, 10 kills, go hide in my deployment like a pussy.
Keep moving the mouse so you don't get kicked. So you also stream on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I try.
And do you do this like every day, or is this
most days? Well, it's not most days. I mean, it's whenever I pretty much play Battlefield. I don't play it every day because I get pissed off at the game because I rage like mad. But, I mean, every time I do play, I usually stream because I'm usually just doing some completionist stuff. So it's nice, easy content to complete. I mean, and stream. It's just horror out kills, basically.
Cool. So why don't you tell us what a colorful cube is? Where did the name come from, and is it attached to you as a person?
It's actually a long story. Well, it's not really, but I mean, years and years ago when I used to record Call of Duty, back in my younger years, I had a friend, and we was going to make a dual channel together, and we was trying to think of original names to come up with, and I was like, let's have it something to do with like a Rubik's Cube, because, you know, that they can be like quite complex
Uh-huh.
things in a sense. So we was trying to think of like not matching names, but something that's like similar to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with the Cubics Rubik's and the Rubik's Cubics.
Okay.
So that's what our gamer tags were. And I made the channel The Colourful Cube.
Uh-huh.
So it was all related, and then that's pretty much where it grew from there. And he ended up leaving the channel. He wanted to start his own solo channel. That was a whole different story. A lot of stuff went on, but basically, I was left with the channel, and I was like, I'm going to change my name to Colourful Cube, and it was actually available. So I was like, all right, this is pretty sweet, and it's just stuck with me from there.
Cool, cool. How did you become involved with YouTube? Was it part of your friendship with that dude, or was it just something that you wanted to do, or was there somebody who kind of drove you into it?
It was years before. Well, not years before. It's quite a while before I met this guy, but I have a friend in real life, and he used to do Call of Duty videos, and he had a channel with like 4,000 subscribers. It was a community channel, and I knew him in real life, so he kind of got me into it. I was recording stuff, and he knew this guy for a while, and I ended up meeting him through him. So it just kind of went from there, to be honest, making Call of Duty videos.
Cool. You said you told me one time that you're watching a stream and then somebody recognized you. How often does that happen, or is that the first time and only time that has happened?
Yeah, I remember that. Actually, that was in X Factor stream. Somebody
Yeah.
was like, "Colourful Cube, is that you from YouTube?" It was kind of awesome, to be honest. It was a feeling that I've never had before, being recognized like out of a crowd.
Yeah.
It's quite a special moment. This may sound really gay, but it was pretty unique, and that's the first time that's ever happened, and it's not happened since.
That's awesome. I have the exact opposite reaction. I was joking before we started about my microphone voice.
Yeah.
At work, there are people that like watching my videos, so I went into the break room one day and I was like, "Hey, did you see the video I posted? It was really funny," or whatever. And they said, "No, no, no." So it was just me and that person, somebody else, and everybody was cool. So we started playing it. And then as people came in the break room, everybody was like, "No, no, no, stop. Don't come in here unless you have a problem with language." So everybody was coming in and just like kind of listening to this thing. And when it was over, everybody was like, "Who was that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Topher." They're like, "No, it's not. That wasn't Topher." Like, yeah, fuckers, that's me. So I have, the opposite. The opposite. How many times have you been laid because of how good you are at playing video games? Because, I mean, you're quite good, right?
Yeah. I'm a beast, but I mean,
Well, I mean, I
does
did
my
look
hand
at...
count?
High five!
Yeah. Which
no.
hand?
Depends on... Yeah, anyways. No, I actually was looking at your battle log, and, like, your stats are, like, so awesome, but the thing that I found the funny is do you know what your number one killing gun is?
Yeah, I do.
What is
V40
it?
minis.
Yeah, that was so strange. I couldn't believe when I saw that. That kind of made me laugh.
Yeah, you don't know how many times I've been called a faggot because people have checked my profile and they're like, "Your most used weapon's a V40, you're a faggot." I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, I go to their profile and it's like Ace 23 is your top weapon.
Yeah.
Really? You're gonna call me a faggot?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say much because mine's the MTAR, but...
Nah, I mean, the MTAR's a good gun, man. It's not overpowered, but the Ace 23 is just so easy to use. And
yeah.
it like, someone with 10,000 kills of an Ace, and then there's me with 700 and odd kills as my top weapon, which is a nade.
Exactly.
The only reason it's my top weapon is because I use so many different guns because of completionist, and
Yeah.
I think to call somebody a faggot for having a nade as a top weapon, when like I think about 35 of my guns are pretty much almost got master dog tags.
Yeah, I was looking through, and it looks like you're saving a couple for videos or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
your guns are really bunchy because mine's like 11,000 or 10,300 with the MTAR. And then a couple thousand with a sniper, I think the SRR, and the CZ, the different weapons that I've used throughout the thing. But and then everything else is kind of bunched up where you're just like a big ball of anger with your gun. kill
Yeah.
numbers.
What my plan is for it is like, I'm gonna complete all the guns first, like get the battle packs out of the way, and then the guns that I don't have the mastery dog tags with, they're obviously going to be close because of the amount of kills that I've got. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to like rate them all out in like a week or something, and then just make one video with all the master dog tags. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Obviously, you're a PC player, but what's your setup for YouTube? Like, what do you use to capture with, and do your voice comms, and what's your editing software, uh, and all that stuff? Why don't you break that down for us?
All right, so I record with NVIDIA Shadowplay because I have a GTX 770 card. So it's a really, really nice program. I think you can only get it with GTX 600 series and above,
Yep.
but you can record in 1080p 60 FPS, and it literally takes nothing off your FPS in game, which is really good.
Yeah.
So it gets the best quality recordings, and then to edit down, I've got Sony Vegas Pro 12,
Nice.
paid, obviously,
Paid. Yes.
yes,
Not.
and I use Audacity to record commentaries because my microphone is the Blue Snowball Ice, and it has a bit of a habit of picking every single noise up in my room. So with Audacity, I can just use the remove background noise function, and it gives pretty much near perfect audio quality.
Yeah. You.
I just like to add, I got a
Good.
pretty beastie Razer setup as well. Like my gaming gear, I've got Razer Imperator, Razer Death Adder 2013, Razer Black Widow Ultimate, and Razer Goliathus Control Extended mouse mat, along with the Razer Kraken 7.1s.
Nice.
Bit of a Razer nerd.
You are a bit of a Razer nerd. I think you need to get sponsored by them.
Dude, I would love to be sponsored by Razer. You don't even know.
I'm working on my Red Bull sponsorship, which I think would be a little bit more cool. But you listen to music while you live stream, right?
Yeah.
Be honest with us. Do you play it off a playlist, or do you play your whole iTunes play, or
I have iTunes set up, but I have playlists on YouTube that I just make when I'm in the mood. So I have different playlists. I have like a rap playlist, an EDM playlist. For those who don't know what EDM is, it's just like a massive genre called electric dance music.
Yeah.
Which is like subgenres of like drum and bass, dubstep, all that stuff. And then I have a rock playlist. So I just constantly update them on YouTube. But I also have them downloaded onto iTunes, and then I have like a streaming playlist with them all mixed up together, and then the individual playlists like as subgenres.
All right, so that's all awesome, but what I'm more interested in is what is the most embarrassing music that you'd never put on your live stream that you have in your iTunes folder?
Oh, dude, I would not be embarrassed to put any song on. Like seriously, although I don't have any embarrassing songs in my iTunes, but if I did, I still would play them. I honestly do not care. In fact, I made a playlist recently of like good old 90s and 80s tunes, like pop tunes. Oh, dude, it brings back so many memories.
I was hoping you would say Beaver or whatever that guy's name is, or somebody like that.
I know you asked on one of the subscriber interviews what is the most embarrassing song you know all the lyrics to.
Okay, yeah.
I could answer that.
What's that?
That would be Aqua Barbie Girl.
That is a terrible fucking song. I think I have that in my iTunes library, though. I won't even lie. I don't know where it came from.
It's legendary.
It is legendary. I actually probably made 2 of my children's to that song.
Oh dear. Oh
Okay.
dear.
You're a huge Battlefield player, and
Yes,
you
I
know
am.
I've asked this question to everybody: how broken do you believe it is, and do you think it's better than Battlefield 3?
All right. Obviously it is broken in some aspects, but compared to how it was on launch, there has been a massive improvement. And coming from PC, well, Battlefield 3, I played it on the Xbox 360, and now I play Battlefield 4 on the PC. So it's a huge change. Battlefield 4, for me, it is broke in some aspects. I mean, it depends. It goes server to server for stuff like netcode. Some servers I die behind walls, and other servers it's got like perfect hit registration and all that. So for me, it differs server to server. In terms of bugs and glitches, I think DICE have done a good job patching the majority of them. At least for PC anyway. I don't know what bugs still exist on the PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
But I don't think the future of the game has many more patches to come to fix issues. I think DICE are pretty much done, like fixing the majority of the game. So I don't think if people think it's still in a bad state, I wouldn't get your hopes up for thinking it's going to get fixed even more. I think it's going to stay pretty much how it is now.
Yeah, I think like a lot of. I mean, there was definitely problems. Like, don't get me wrong, but it seems like if EA puts their name on something and anything at all goes slightly askew, I feel like the haters just come out in droves and just start bashing the game, because I've seen people, especially like on Battlelog in the forums and stuff, that just like, I still won't play this until you fix the game. It's like, well,
yeah, fix the netcode. That's one thing I see every time DICE post an update of like incoming patches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The top comments pretty much fix the netcode, and this is something that really annoys me actually, because one, I bet they don't actually know what the term netcode means.
Exactly.
And two, why don't they try and do it themselves if they think it's so easy?
Well, what I tell people is I've played the game nearly 700 hours now. I mean, it has its problems. It has its problems, but I still come back to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like that dirty stripper that gave you an STD. You know, sometimes you don't know why you're going back, but you do. But yeah, for the most part, like I honestly, I love the game. Like I do. I love it. I play PC. I play it on PS3 and PS4, and I'd love to get it on the Xboxes, and I'd love to get an Xbox One because I want to see what it's like on there. But yeah, I just love the game, and I
personally think it's a lot better than Battlefield 3. And there are some people that are always like, oh, fuck this, I'm gonna go play Battlefield 3 again. Like, this one guy that was in my game, he was constantly crying in chat, like, I'm threatening he's gonna go back to Battlefield 3. I'm like, just do it if you really, really, really hate this game that much. But yeah. I think it's so different to Battlefield 3 in so many ways, but it's a lot similar in some ways. So it's a whole new learning curve coming to Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried to go back and play Battlefield 3, and I can't. I just physically cannot play it anymore because I've gotten so used to Battlefield 4. If people are like, oh, I'd rather play Battlefield 3 and stuff, I don't think they've given Battlefield 4 that much of a chance.
Yeah, for me, it all depends on like the servers and like the players that are in those servers. If I can even play Battlefield 3, but yeah, what I was talking to Brooks Linky yesterday. It's like I love Battlefield 4, but I miss Battlefield 3's maps. If they would just give me Battlefield 3's maps in the rotation that's there, I'd be in hog heaven, because that's the one thing I miss is Nashahar, and I miss Diamond Peak, and I miss all these different experiences that were amazing.
I miss the vanilla maps from Battlefield 3 were really good. That's one thing that I do miss.
And the close quarters maps were pretty good too. Everything else.
Yeah, I never played much of the DLC.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, there's some good maps, but like the armored whatever, where all the vehicle maps, those are garbage, and I didn't like the end game maps either. But yeah, I love Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 3 is a good game, but
I think people complain about Battlefield 4 and say they love Battlefield 3 much better. I think the reason for that is, bottom line is, they're just bad. Like, I'm not like trying to be a dick or anything, but you have to be bad at something to hate it that much.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's not like Call of Duty, though. Call of Duty, every year, it's pretty much the same game. Like, I can play Modern Warfare 2, go back and play COD 4, and I don't have to change anything up because it's pretty much the same game.
Yeah.
Although recently I did play Call of Duty Ghosts. Well, gotta say, I don't really like that game.
Yeah, that one's a redheaded stepchild, and no offense, but my kids are redheaded, so they know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, that thing is so fucking... It's so weird. It's so different than any other game.
I think COD Ghosts is more broke than Battlefield 4.
Oh, 100%.
And the reason for that is I tried playing it on my PC. Right, my PC, I can run Battlefield 4 in full ultra graphics, stream in the best quality I can and still get 100 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
COD Ghost, I was playing on the minimum settings and I was getting less than 20 frames.
Jesus.
It is broke for performance, especially, and it seems that you die in one bullet a lot more than you do in Battlefield 4.
Yeah. I think that the Call of Duty Ghosts, I think you can see how bad it is by looking at Call of Duty YouTubers and seeing how few of them actually are playing that game and how many of them have gone back.
I've been watching a few streamers recently, and they're all playing like Black Ops 2 and stuff. So you know it's a dead game. And for those people that think I'm just like being a Battlefield fanboy and hating on COD, I played COD about literally 30 times longer than I played Battlefield. So
yeah,
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just wish people would just lay off Battlefield 4 and just enjoy it, you know what I mean, and stop complaining, because they can look
it's got to that point now where there's no point complaining anymore, just shut up, accept what it is, and learn it.
Yeah. So, I really appreciate you doing this.
Thanks for having me, dude, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I hope that you get a lot of support, and I really hope that we get a good list of people to pick from to be our next interviewees for next week. So, go make sure you subscribe to Colorful Cube, and you are a good supporter of his channel. Make sure you're a good supporter of my channel, and maybe you will be the next interviewee. So, like I said, I appreciate you doing this. And,
thanks, dude.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. So please like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and don't forget to visit nerdfilter.com, and we'll see you later.
1v1 me, bitches.
Yeah, good luck.